Hey everybody, this is Crazy with Crazy Gaming, and today we're taking another look at Icarus. Now, I played this game since the open beta weekends, which is over 2 years ago. This game's been around for a while, and it is a really challenging, hardcore survival game. Now, there's so much to this game. I mean, there's a lot, really, and it's really something. I've really enjoyed playing it, but you get kind of strapped down on it at times. There's a lot of I don't know, rush to grind kind of in the beginning of the game here. I have characters that are fully built out on this game that have all kinds of special equipment and stuff, but I'm not going to do that for this video. They last weekend they just did a free play weekend and a lot of people got back into it, and so I thought I'd do a video on it for some of you guys who haven't had experience playing this game or don't know that much about it. Um, I sent a copy of the game to my friend Trucker Tex, and he's always up for the challenges and stuff, and hardcore is his thing, and so I thought, well, this would be really a challenge for him. And so he's always wanting to max things up and make it as hard as possible. So I thought I'd give him a shot to do that. And so I'm going to do this video today to kind of give you guys an idea what the game's about. And let's get into it. So these are the two tunes I have, but I'm going to create a new tune. And I'm going to call him Crazy's Tester 1. No, wait, let's do it. Let's do something else here. Crazy Survive. Okay, so we're going to get into a character screen here shortly. So we're going to do new, and we're going to do the open world. We're going to do Olympus. I'm going to create a new world. We're going to do it on normal. This prospect will be called Crazy Land. Actually, I don't want to do it this way. Let's go back. Let's go to Olympus. I don't want to do I don't want to do the open world. So let's escape. Let's try missions. Okay, so we're going to do. Now, this is where you can start, and this is where everybody should start when they're first starting the game. Okay, so I've done a bunch of these already. I skipped over a bunch, and I've got stuff way back here and farther. But this is where you should start. It's Beachhead, I believe it's called. Yes, Beachhead's Recon. Okay, so I'm not going to take any of my little gear that I have. I have this stuff I could take, but I'm not going to take that stuff because I want to start just like a new player would be starting. And so we're going to confirm, and we'll do this one private. So you can look around at stuff in here. So I've got a 3080 Ti video card, so it handles this fairly well. Now I started playing this game on a 1070 Ti, and it's really struggled the graphics wise in FPS. But so when you land, you get off, and this is what it looks like, and then you have a map under the map key, and this kind of gives you an idea of the section that your this drop zone is. And this map is huge; it's humongous. But for now, we're going to start here, and the first thing you want to do is to start gathering. Because you could. Yes, love that guy. There's a bunch of corn. So I'm familiar with these maps, and so I kind of got an idea of where I'm at. Come back for this corn later. Wait, now we need, there's some berries. Those are edibles. I'm going to grab as many of those berry bushes as you can. And there's elements in this game that you need, and you're going to have to deal with or attend to is pretty quickly after you land. All right, so let's see if we can make anything yet. Let's make the axe. That's going to be the first and most important part. It will, and as you can see, it automatically put it on my bar. I still need more stones, and I want to get out of this forest. Now, some of the smaller trees you can take down by hand, but the bigger ones you're going to need an axe, and we just got one. And so let's grab some sticks. And stones are really important, so you want to grab a bunch of those. Now this is actually a mining ore deposit. It looks like sulfur, I guess, but we can't do that, and we're a long ways from being able to do that. All right, and you can drink from the water. I hold F to drink. Now you can get amoeba's infection from drinking from the water like that. And we got lucky and that didn't happen to us. Okay, so let's make that axe or that. Oh, we already made an axe. I meant now we have two, but that's okay. All right. So now that we have the axe, let's get this berries. You also need to eat, and eating is saying now this is new. This wasn't in the game when I played it last time. Probably been a year since I played. But this gives it's some sort of berry and seed bar, so it's food. It used to be just the berries like this, and you could just eat those. But it means that we can make this food bar. We'll make that. And it looks nope. We need more berries to make another one. But let's place this on our bar, and I'm going to place it over the number 8 slot. And so we can eat it. Now, if you look down at the bottom left of my screen, you can see my temperature gauge. It's when it's blue for cold, red for hot. Right next to that is the O2, then the food, and then the water. And so you want to keep those boxes full. Now, this here is called oxide, and this is what you use for the oxygen. We need to be careful because there's wolves and crap around here, and they will hurt you. So they all right, so where am I at? Okay, so there's the island. This is not where I want to be. I want to be farther this way. course, there are a lot of wolves over here in this direction, but we're going to build us some stuff as soon as we go to the tech tree and click on some items. So it's not going to let me get the bedroll yet. I will get the fire because we need to cook to eat. Now we're going to get the bedroll. These are probably the two first and most important things you can get. You also want a knife so you can skin. That we're not going to get him. He's too fast. All right. So once you have harvested some of the oxide, like I'm doing here, let the stamina build back up real quick. And we're going to need a shelter for tonight. I don't know what time it is. Let me see. 10:46, so we're doing okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the... But as you can see, we're getting 30 XP every time we hit this stuff. That'll help level us up because we want to get to level 3 as quickly as we can. All right. You can also build shelters inside of rocks. And sure enough, we got a storm coming, so we're going to build this shelter. And that should take us out of the weather. Now let's see what else we can get. Bone sickle is good because you can gather stuff very fast with the bone sickle, as far as like from the bushes and stuff. We want to get a wood spear so we can defend ourselves. We're going to want the wood bow, but we're not going to get that yet. Let's see what the building it looks like. We're not going to really unlock much of this stuff until we get to... And we're going to want to do wood, not the thatch. The thatch is a waste. Don't spend your time on it. You'll just have nothing but trouble with it. It burns really easy, which means in your home and your shelters and your cabins and all this stuff can burn until you get to stone. Once you can build in stone, then you're pretty good. So it also says we have some talents. Now, what I want to eventually get to in this talent tree... Let me see. Is it on here? We want to get that one, which is mine to deposit in one hit. And that can be anything from ores to stone. But there is another one. So it's not, is it not in here? All this stuff on this tree is actually really good. Because they've made a lot of changes since I've been here. Seasons long when chopped wood is automatically added to your inventory. This is what you want. And in this tree somewhere is also, yeah, this one, a chance to instantly drop a tree, chop up a tree on one shot. But this in here is the bomb because you don't have to pick everything up that you hit. It just automatically goes in your inventory. So this is the tree I'm going to start with after I first get Swift Stalker. How many points do we have? None. So that was it. We're going to want to level the Swift Stalker up. You're going to want to level up the Chase him down. That increases your stamina, maximum stamina. Adventure. This is going to give you more stamina. And so, okay, so this is, they're going to consider us solo because we're on our own. We can still pull from the other tree. Fleet-footed. 10% movement speed, which you want to shoot for. Marathon Runner plus 50 maximum stamina, and then Health Maverick plus 100 maximum health, and that's going to really help. They've kind of recycled all this because it's a lot different than it was the last time I was on. There's a lot of changes that it made. Now I'm inside of this rock, like I said. I can use this as a shelter for as long as I need because falling trees and stuff will injure you, as well as as well as creating fires because they have lightning storms, and lightning storms can hit your wooden cabin and set it on fire, which means all the time you spent building it is a waste. Also, um, I'm not taking damage from the storm. When you're out in the storm, whether anything's hitting you or not, your health meter automatically goes down. And so you need to be cautious of that. So try to find shelter like I've done here. And you can do just find a rock that's big enough that you can squat down and then dig a hole and get inside of. And it actually, even though you can see water kind of falling on me or whatever, it doesn't affect my health. Now, if I was standing outside, it would. So we're going to run low on oxygen. So we need to move I'm going to move the oxygen into here. And as you can see, it will replenish the oxygen. We have food, so let's go ahead and eat that. So I also have kind of a list of things that the game wants me to do. One is hunt, gather, and craft. Gather stick stones off the ground and fiber from bushes. Then open the crafting menu and craft stone axe for protection. And then it says I leveled up, spin your blueprint and talent points. And now it also wants me to unlock a wood rag torch, build a shelter, and craft a bedroll to survive the harsh Icarus environment. Interact and launch your dropship to complete the mission. And so that's what this is all about. We should be able to make short work of this. Although there are some new um, predators in the game that weren't in this game when I played last, and that is the horses. There was never any horses in the games that I've played since the beginning. The horses are a new addition that came in after I kind of was on to other things. And they're pretty vicious. I saw a couple videos. Some guys were having some problems with them. They will attack you, and they're like saber-tooth horses or some crap. So, anyhow, storm's almost passing. As you look up in the top right corner, you can see the sun's coming out. And we're heading into night shortly. What time is it? 12:17. So let's get our axe out and start chopping up some of this wood. Now I have to pick all that up when I chop it up. But thankfully, these trees all fell on their own, so I didn't even have to chop them down. That's kind of nice. So this should give us a pretty nice inventory of wood. So when we reach that place on the tree, we won't have to pick this up anymore. It'll do it automatic. It'll just automatically go into our inventory, which would be real nice. And it really makes a big difference. You can hear the horses whinnying back there, so I got to watch out for those guys. They're pretty brutal. Now, when you get in trouble with a predator, you do as being that you're new and whatnot. What had me on the island? It does. Yes, we want to get across the water here. Let's finish getting this wood. I see there's some sulfur right there in front of us, and I think we're going to grab that. Oh, we're overloaded. Now, you can get overloaded in this game. Let's see. Crafting. Let's craft a fire. Let's craft a javelin. Let's craft this. And let's craft a knife. Now I'm crafting this bundle because it makes it a little easier to lug around and it takes less space in your inventory. But we're still overloaded, so where are we at on level? We're getting ready to crack here. So we need to just start making something so that we can get our stuff down. And I'm still adding stuff to my inventory. Anyway, so I don't want to be on this island. We're not on the island, I guess. It's hard to tell. Because this used to be an island right here. I know that area over there where that opening is. Those are piranha, and when they bite you, they will poison you. But the place I want to be is right over there. There's a wolf right there, as you can see. And that it wouldn't let me unlock a way to build a shelter is crazy. So let's go ahead and hit 7. Let's stack the wood right there. That's going to release us up from being overloaded. What can we make? It's going to... Because crafting stuff can get you... Okay, so we can make another one of those. Looks like we can make another one of those. There it is. We're almost there. Nope. What else can we make? Let's put the number 7 and stack this one right here. What we want to do is kill something so we can eat. Cook. Cooking is going to be good XP. Now we got it. Now, as you can see on the left of my screen there, we're getting the anti-buff from, you can click this, go to inventory, and you can see what you got. So we got dysentery, and it's minus 50% food nutrition. So you don't want to eat when you have that because it's a waste. All right, so let's go in here. Another way to level is cutting down trees or you hitting rocks, but rocks are heavier. So let's go ahead and use our axe and do some chopping. gonna give us XP and help us level. Plus all that wood's gonna come in handy when we get ready to build. Let's craft a torch. Oh, we didn't pick the torch, so we can't. I see. It used to be you had those unlocked already, but they've changed it, I guess. You ain't giving away no free stuff anymore. There we go. Let's get out of the forest and let's go back over to where our sticks are, and let's go ahead and pick some new stuff. Okay, so did it unlock? There's the torch, but did it unlock? Yes, we want a wood building set. Now, it used to you had to pick everything, the walls, the roof. You had to go around and spend your points on everything. Let's go ahead and how many points do we have? 2. We'll take that. And then we will do the let's see, can we do the bow? Yep, but we can't do the arrows, so that's gonna be kinda pointless. Or will it come automatically? I wanna get the torch, but I want this first. Because with the bow, we can do damage. We can hunt and we can do all kinds of things. So let's go to crafting. Let's craft the bow. I don't see the arrows. So we didn't get the arrows. Ain't that something? What a rip. All right, let's get our wood and get ready to go build some stuff. I want that sulfur too. Now we're overweight again. I'm looking down and it looks like we're hungry. So we're going to want to make some food. We can't. It's not giving us that option. If we're missing seeds, I don't know where we're going to find seeds at around here. Yeah, that's the beach we want to be on over there. And now we're really overweight. So we're going to run. Where's my spear? We're going to run around here, get over to where we want to build. Because building will help level us as well so that we can get to level 4 ASAP. We're almost done with the dysentery. Yeah, my stamina is depleted because I am overburdened. There's our drop ship right there. Never dropped there before. I always end up dropping out that way somewhere, but I've never dropped over here. That's kind of strange. I'm changing it up a little bit. That is wheat right there, but I'm not picking it up because it's pointless to carry around stuff that you don't have to because there's a problem with carrying stuff around in your inventory when you need every ounce of space you can get. Now this area is right in through here in front of me is really high population for wolves, but we're not gonna be too worried about it once we get something built. And the thing is that where the rabbit is over there is really a fairly good place to build this because this is going to be a really good hunting path right here. A lot of animals come to this little alcove right here to drink. And so as you can see, it's fairly it's not too terribly hard right here at this point in the game. In the beginning, it's a little tough because we don't have all the stuff we'd like to have, but we need to start killing things so that we can level up, and we need fur and leather to make, okay, so let's see if we can build yet. First thing we're gonna wanna build is floors. Well, before we do that, let's make some of these. I'm gonna make let's make 8 of those, and then I'm gonna wanna make 16 floors, and then we're gonna want okay, so we have the poles, it looks like. Let's put those on our action bar in the 9 slot, and let's start putting these down. We need 1 more of those. Okay, let's get the floors, put those down. Alright, so we need some walls. We need more wood. And so let's you can hear the wolves, obviously. We got him. Get our knife out. Let's skin him. I'm gonna take all, and then we're gonna get the bones. Okay, so we're overloaded, and it's giving us a hard time about it. Let's see if we can make some walls. Where do we put the walls? We're in 0. All right, so we're gonna make that a solid wall. We're gonna make this a let's make this a windowed wall. Make that a windowed wall, that a windowed wall. Let's make this one a solid wall. Windowed. Okay, so we need 2 more walls. And while that's being built, let's go ahead and put some roof. I'm going to put a flat roof on this for now. I'm not trying to make anything fancy. All right. Let's go ahead and go back to the walls. We're going to do a windowed wall there. And then we're going to do a door here. So now we need to make a door. We need to eat something. Can we make anything yet? Nope, we need seeds. And it's warning me. What we got to do is find some seed. There's a bunch of seeds out here. We just need to find a plant that's got seeds on it. But there is another avenue. And it's the one I think we're going to take. Let's get the door done. All right, okay, so now that we're in that position, let's grab the berries. Let's put them on our... Oh, we have a bar. I didn't even see it. Look at that. So we're no longer starving, but we can also eat the berries. They've changed it so much. I mean, it's not... Feed mount. So they've got mounts in the game now, and they didn't have those when I was playing it last. And so we're going to get to spend the night in the dark. Craft some fire. We'll cook this meat that we have. I think we have some meat, maybe. Yes, we do. So let's put the fire. Bring... Oh, we have 2 of them now. Nice. Put that in 0. Let's put it down. And I think we're going to put that right there. You have to be careful with the fires because you can catch yourself on fire and catch your cabin on fire. I can't remember if we can't burn sulfur yet. All right, so let's put some food in here. And so this should automatically cook. Yeah, see, it's cooking it now. And so that's going to solve our food problem. Right now we need to go to inventory. Let's put this in here. We have a drink problem as well. 2 talent points. Okay, so we have some talent points. So let's go over here. Let's go back to the solo again. We want the Fleetfoot. Tech tree. We don't have any points. What's it talking about? 2 talent points. Okay, so we have the Swift Stalker. I'm going to do that. Getaway. And we're going to want to do that one. That's going to give us more wood from the trees when we bang them up. Now we got some food over here. Let's put that on our bar and eat. That should help fill us up. And as you can see, our food bar is going back up. We just need something to drink. Let's run over here. Well, that's not what I wanted to do at all. All right. Just want to get a drink. Oh, we got lucky. We didn't get the thing and it filled us back up. So we're golden on that. And so I'm going to pause the recording here and we'll be back as soon as the sun's back up. Because you're not going to want to sit here with me in the dark. That would be boring. So we'll be right back. Back in a sec. Okay, we're back. Sun's getting ready to be up. We don't want to waste the wood. I did cook a bunch of corn. And let's deactivate the fire. All right. We are going to use our knife for defense today, in case we come across some unwanted critters. Okay, so I was going through the tech tree while I was waiting for the night to go by, and I've come across quite a few items. They've really changed things quite a bit since I played this game last. There are some items that are new, and there are some items that are no longer there. So part of this adventure is going to be me learning about some of this newer stuff. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but we're going to find out. This game can become very challenging very quickly. But let's go chop some wood down. This is a safer place to do it over here in this part of the forest because there's only a couple wolves that roam here, or used to be. I don't know anymore. But we do need wood, so let's handle that. Now, a lot of guys don't go after the stump, but I do. Because it gives you XP every time you swing the axe, so. Okay, so our food and water are looking kind of low, so I'm going to hit 5 so I can eat some of this corn. And as you can see, it brings up my food pretty quick. We can run back over here and get a drink. Good, we didn't get the dispel, diphtheria, or whatever the hell it is. All right, so let's go back to doing our tree, gathering our wood. Sounds like a horse just ran behind me. So they do have saddles now in the talent tree. Or not talent tree, but the crafting tree. Gotta get that level. We should be getting pretty close now. Okay, so it's not letting us pick this up because we have too much stuff in our inventory. Let's go back and let's move the tree, this off the tree, put it over here. Now we should be able to pick that stuff up. All right, let's run back over to our base, unload our stuff. Here comes the sun. That's much better. So once we get a sleeping bag, which we're real close to having, we will be able to sleep through the night. We won't have to sit around and wait all night for the daylight to come. Let's make us a couple of bundles of wood. We can actually make 4 of them. And let's put those here. Why did it stop making them? These are stackable. There we go. That's relieved up our weight quite a bit, but we still have quite a bit left. So let's make another one of these. Six. We got a bunch of wood now. Okay, so we're going to need to get us some. Before we do that, hit tab. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to left click on this. I'll right click on this, and then I'm going to repair it. Everything else looks good. I want a level, so I'm going to go ahead and beat some of this stone. There we go. Now we've hit the level. Let's get back inside here. Another thing is I couldn't find any windows. They used to have windows in the game. I don't think they have the windows anymore. Anyways, that being said, let's make this. So we can make 2 of those, so we'll have that for food as well. All right, so let's get into our tech tree. Let's go to tier 1 where we are, and then first thing we're going to want to do is get the stone arrows. We're only getting 3 points now. It used to be a lot different in the game. The points used to really. The bone knife is going to be really nice when we get to that point, but we want the torch so we can complete that. And I looked for the backpack and I couldn't find it anywhere. Okay, so we got the building stuff that we need. We're not doing fishing rod. Bone sickle would probably be a smart move, but we really don't need it right yet. We are going to need one of these eventually. But I want the small wooden crate. We have 1 point left. Tough. Oxidizer, basic bandage. The problem with the oxidizer is the oxygen comes off of it, which kind of sucks. But it is a nice thing to have. I wish we could get the rain thing. And now we're going to want to get to level 2. Where are we at? Jeez. There we go. This is going to be a priority for us to go after is this. And when we do that, that's going to unlock the rain reservoir and we'll be able to get that. So we'll always have water. We can get the oxygen bladder that we can use with the, where is it? Maybe back, oh, it's right here. The oxide dissolver. And then we can use this, fill these balloons up, stick them in our inventory, and then we always have air, and then we'll have a water skin, and we can carry water around. Those work pretty good now, but they used to leak really bad. Anyways, we still have 1 point, and the question is what do we want to use it for? We want the bandage. I just don't really want any of this stuff. This is for putting out fires, but we don't really worry about that. I'm going to get the hammer because we're going to need to repair stuff. All right. So now that we have the ability, let's craft this up some arrows because arrows are going to be important. Also want to craft one of these. We need more wood for that. So we'll just grab one of these stacks of wood. Let's make us a storage cabinet so that we can drop some of this stuff out of our inventory. Make 3 of them. So let's put that on 7, that one on 8, and then let's go 6. Let's find a spot for this, and I think we'll put it here. Put another one there. And let's put the last one right next to that one. And now let's put it. Oh, it made another one. I didn't want to make another one, so now we have 4 of them. But I think you can stack these. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played. But let's see. Can we stack these? Yes, you can. So let's stack this one. And then let's stack the last one right here. Now, the deal is with that, reason it made another one is in 6 and 7 where these were, if I hit 6 right now and I have the materials, it'll automatically craft another one. We didn't really need that, but it is what it is. We can always go like this. Let's hold X and we'll pick it up. And we can go like this, and it's in our inventory, and I can right click on it and I can destroy, and it returns materials to me. And it's that easier. I think I'm going to do that with this one too, because we don't really need this right now. It's taking our cabin's kind of small and it's taking up a lot of space. So let's open our inventory and let's right click and let's destroy it. There we go. So now we're good. So let's open this up and let's get rid of some of the stuff that we don't really need to carry around with us. We don't need the fur right now. Yep, they've changed a lot. It used to be, there we go. So that's full. So that's why it's not taken anymore. Let's put the rest of this stuff in there. Okay, so we want the stone and we want the sticks. Sticks we want. I think we're going to want 5 or 2. I don't remember. But let's do this. Let's see if we can craft some stone arrows. Max. Craft. All right, so let's put our bow on our. Let's get rid of some more of this stuff. Put our bow on the bench. All right, 6. Okay, so now we can hunt. Now that we can hunt, where am I? I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna go up here to these rocks. There will be some oxide up here. Here's some pumpkins. We can cook those on the fire. There's some oxide. Let's get some oxide in our system because we're running low on oxygen, and that's never a good thing. Yeah, we already know that, but yeah, thanks for that. But the main thing we want to do right now is get the fur we need so we can craft a sleeping bag. Once we do that, this mission will be completed. All right, so let's put this, oops, inventory, put this in our oxygen. Let's grab some more. Okay, so now that we have, let's get this thing full. Put this in there and we're golden. All right, so I'll show you how to do this. Get lucky, we can get up here. All right, so if we watch, there'll be animals that will come here shortly, hopefully. This used to be a really good passing area for animals. So, anyways, we're going to kill us. Let's just run down and get some water. And I know across the way on that island, there's animals as well. There we go. So I'm hitting left control so I can get into stealth mode. I don't see a reticle on this thing. All right, so we're going to get our knife out. I'm going to skin this guy before he attracts more animals because I'm going to get my arrow and everything back. And then we're going to kill him. Got to move this bow where it needs to be. I don't want the spear there. Okay. There we go. There's another one right there. Go skin him. Now, sometimes when you're doing this, you might have to deal with other wolves or predators because they smell the blood and they come after it. Let's see if we can fix this. Nope. I'm hearing another wolf. There he is. Let's get him too. Can we craft another knife? And what if we can't, why can't we? So let's get pick out. We want to get this done quick, fast, and in a hurry. Come on, where's my mouse? It does this sometimes. Where's the other one at? There it is. All right. That should just about do it. I think we're going to have enough to make the sleeping bag now, and that will end the mission here. What? Oh, we got the fur in the storage unit. That's not going to give us enough. Nope, we need 5 more. Isn't that lovely? Let's put our pumpkins on the fire. Activate. Let's get some pumpkins cooking. Let's get some meat cooking. Now, this is a better meat, a stringy meat. It's 20 food when consumed. Oh, it's going to work the same. This used to have a better. Let's destroy the charcoal for now because it does us no good. Okay, see, it does have a better health thing. It's 30 food when consumed plus 150 when consumed. And it consumes 1 space. It gives us plus 100 maximum stamina, plus 150 maximum health. So that's a good piece of meat. So we want to eat that. This gives us some stuff as well. And this is good because it gives us, you can have 2 buffs going at the same time. And I'll show you what I mean. See, we've got a meat buff and we got a vegetable buff. So this is going to give us plus 5% exposure resistance. And cooked prime meat gives us all that stuff. 20 plus 20 health regeneration per minute. And so you want to, always look for that kind of stuff. And that stuff can really help you out. It looks like we need another wolf or animal to get what we need for our sleeping bag. Let's don't need to carry those around. We don't really need the bones yet until we can use them. Do we have any stone in here? No, we don't. Don't need that. Let's destroy the spoiled plants. I'm going to destroy the tea because we're a long ways from being able to do any of that kind of stuff. Same thing with the fiber seed. All right, let's sort. There we go. Let's see how many more arrows we can make. Because making arrows is points. You can level up just making arrows. Now that isn't as good as it used to be, but up here, this thing you should just actually move like this when you were making arrows because they gave you really good XP for this. But then they stopped. So see now Building over here next to the water in this area with no trees is a good shot because that tree right there can fall on your cabin and just destroy it, cause a lot of damage. So, that's speaking of that, we need to make the hammer when we can get some rocks. So, let's go get some rocks real quick from out here. Now we're taking stone exposure, as you can see, and once that bar fills up there, our health starts going down. That should give us enough. Yeah, I can't believe we can't make windows anymore. That's crazy. No windows in that pack. And you think there would be. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put windows in it. But it is what it is. Let's make the hammer. I don't really like the spear, so I'm going to get rid of it. I don't really use it. That's a mono rock trying to fight something. All right, so let's go to 6. And as if you look up here, as you can see it's 1,000 of 1,000, so we're not taking any damage from this storm, but it does happen in some of the storms. In fact, most of the storms, depending what they are. Especially like windstorms or lightning or that kind of storms. Now you can see up in the top right there, the sun's getting ready to come out. So as soon as that cloud disappears and we're in the bar that the sun's going to be in, it's still a little ways till the sun gets to the point that it's going to change things. But I'm going to head out a little bit early because I know the good weather's coming. So I'm going to get my dealer out, head back up here to my little point where I hide out and wait for the bad guys to come. Which is right up here. Now, the rabbits used to give a lot of fur, but they don't really give that much fur anymore, so I don't really hunt them anymore. Got him. I don't know what all that stuff was about. Let's get my knife out. Well, now I have to find him. He was right here. Let's make the torch. It'll make it a little easier to see in these dark areas. Where'd it go? We just made it. Where the heck did it go? Oh, it's in here. That's right. You can carry it on your belt now. You never used to be able to. Okay, so let's see if we can find that rabbit we just shot. And there it is. Let's kill the light. I gotta hit G to drop that. All right, so 3, F to skin. What the hell? Broke my knife already? Gee, we just made this knife. Come on. These knives aren't lasting as long as they used to. Okay, so what did we get for fur for that? Nothing. Nope, we got a couple. Wolves usually wander down from that area there. Sometimes the deer come up from down in that area, and they also will come from this side. And you can hear them moving around. And then sometimes the wolves will come up across the top here. But the movement isn't as good as it used to be. Now I can kill like an animal and leave it, and the wolves will come because they'll smell it, and they'll come to feed on it, and you can get multiple kills that way. But maybe they've changed the progression in this or something because it's weird that I haven't seen anything. You can see there's pumpkins there. There's a mine up there, up in those hills. There's also a mine over here around that bend right there. And that's something we would normally do, but we're just trying to do this first episode. And so the main goal today is to get the sleeping bag, complete the mission because we've completed everything else. We just got to build the shelter, craft the bedroll. Once we craft the bedroll, that will complete that. That sounds like a wolf up there behind me. I don't see him. He's, and that they never used to do that either. But now they're warning you when you get low on food and water and all that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and clear this tree real quick. So we got a kiwi or whatever, the chamois right there. But they don't really give anything. They don't give fur and stuff. This guy's not going to give us fur, but I'm going to kill him anyway because I'm going to use him as a. Oops, maybe not. Missed. I got him, but I'm not chasing him down. They're really a drag to chase. Looks like weather's coming in. It's going to be dark pretty soon. Let's eat some more of our corn real quick. There's another place we can check. And that's across at that little island right there. Wolves will sometimes show up there. and they like to hang out around that rock right there, that pyramid-shaped rock. But they may have changed all this, so the rotations are different. It's not. I mean, everything looks the same pretty much, but the animal interactions are different. I left that stupid fire on. I'm gonna burn up all our wood. All right, let's move this stuff over there, this over there, and this over there, and let's go ahead and shut it down. Now you can change your point of view if you like third person better than first person. You just hit C, and as you see, I can see my character and everything that's around it. I prefer first person. Time is it? It's 24. It's going to get dark here pretty quick, so I really want to find something. So we need to maybe kind of push the boundaries and head out and see if we can't find us a wolf. This used to be a great point for him here, but I don't see any anywhere. Let's rebuild our stamina in case we have to go for a run. If we could find another rabbit, that'd be good too, because we could kill rabbits for the. No, it's watermelon. We could kill rabbits for the fur as well. See, the deer in those used to give fur, but they don't anymore. Now they just give leather. There's our drop ship. I don't want to spend another night awake all night long. I want to do the sleep in its daytime right away thing. But it's going to get dark here, like really super fast. So I think there might be some wolves over here. There's a deer. Pretty sure we'll be able to find some stuff up here. Oh, he's going to come right at us. Look at that. We could pick that back up maybe. Yep. Now I hear wolves that way. Oh no, that's behind us. Back over that way. But you can see there's all kinds of resources here. That's back over by where we just came from. And we don't want to get caught out here in the dark, believe me. I see some movement and some animals over there. You do take fall damage in this game, so you want to be mindful of that. Come on. Gotta be a wolf around here somewhere. Pronghorn. I don't know. I've never seen those. Those are new. Got him. There's a rabbit. Missed him. He's too fast. Let's get this pronghorn real quick. Maybe we'll get lucky and get fur off of him. We only need 2, I think. We did. Okay. Let's get him done. Let's get back to our cabin, which should be right around the bend up here. There it is. We'll make our sleeping bag and we'll spend the night. And that'll be the end of the episode. Let's get a fire going. All right, let's put our bow away and let's go to crafting. And there it is. I think it takes 20, right? 20 fur? Yep. And that should pop it once we lay it down. There it is. Now we've completed this. All we have to do is go back to our drop ship and it will complete the mission. And just so you can see how this works, I'm going to hold the F down. That makes us our spawn point. So if we were to get killed out in the world somewhere, it would spawn us right back here at the cabin. I'm going to hit this and it's going to sleep us. Now I can exit the bed and it's dawn, sunrise. So we'll cook up the last of this meat. And we'll put this on our bar. We'll eat us a little watermelon. Now, some of these, like the berries and the watermelons, give you fluid like water. So it helps with thirst if if you're not near any water, the berries and the watermelons will help with that thirst. Let's consume this. Consume this one too. Now we're starting to get the spoiled meat. I'm going to go ahead and right click and destroy it. Eventually we'll be able to use that stuff, but for now we can't because we're too low level. There's no sense in keeping it in your backpack because you want to keep as much space free in here as you can. Let's put the oxide in the box. We'll consume the stack instead. Okay. All right. So this, my friends, is Icarus. So you can see kind of get the gist of what it's about, but this is nowhere, it doesn't even touch on how serious this game can be. It's really a lot of fun. It's a very amazing game. They put a lot of work into it. This world is humongous. It's not just this little space you see. I could run forever in that direction. Well, not forever, but I could run for probably 15 or 20-minute real world time before I have to stop and go somewhere else. But I mean, you go to the right, that takes you to another biome that way, which is the Arctic biome. As you can see, there's kind of some frosty snow on the hills around here. It didn't used to do this before. There's also frost and snow in that direction. The original in the beta weekends, when they started this game, they did what's called beta weekends, and anybody could sign up for it. And what it is they did a beta test every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, 5 months, 4 months, I think. I can't remember. Maybe not that long, maybe 3 months. Like 12 weeks, I think. And then there was a month period before they came out with the early release. And that's how I got in, was in the beta. I started on the first weekend and it went beta 1 through, it was beta 1 through 12, I think. And so people came in during the 12-week beta and they would show up on one weekend and they'd kind of miss out what had happened the week prior. And they'd make changes as we went along, and they were making minor adjustments here and there and polishing some things. And it was really cool. and every weekend we all looked forward to getting to play again. And so it was really fun. And the thing that was hard for a lot of people in this game and that really kind of drove some people away was the fact that these missions, this is just like the beta it was. This part of the game that still exists. It's a lot better now than it was, and there's no bugs and stuff like it was before. But this game can be really hard on a person because you you go through these missions and you don't save anything. In other words, I don't get to keep this cabin. I don't come back to this spot. I go to some other spot, and this is how the missions were set up. And so after week of doing that for a while, people kind of burned out on it and was kind of mad because they were like, "Well, I want to keep my stuff. I want to keep my be able to save the stuff that I worked for hours and hours, building up my carrier, leveling him up to, like level 30 or 40 or 50 even. And as you level up, just for example, I'm going to do the tech tree and I'll go to tier 4. And that's new too, because now there's only 4 tiers. It used to be there was like 6 or 7, I can't remember. But everything that you got in your tier, especially like just for example, let's go back to tier 1. In in the tech tree, when you want it, you had to start with thatch first. You could wait and not build a shelter and build like sleep in a cave or build make a hole in a rock and stuff your sleeping bag in there and do that because a lot of people didn't want to use this because I can't believe the thatch is still in the game. It's totally useless. It catches on fire so easy. It damages really easy. It's just a pain in the butt. Anyway, so most people like me would wait until we could do the lumber. And when you got the wood, you got walls, you had floors, you had roofs, you had these pieces, and you had to you had to use points for every one of those things. You didn't just get them in a bundle like this wood building base set. That wasn't like that. This wasn't like that. And that's different. Also, the arrows were right off the bat. You could get them. You didn't have to wait till you leveled. You could get them at level 1 by coming to the tech tree and clicking them. Now, I could have maybe did that. I'm not sure. When we started and I did this and this and I did the fire, I might have been able to do the stone arrows then. I don't remember. But, so things have changed in this game. And there's a lot of stuff that wasn't in here before. Not so much on this tree here, but in the next one. Um, the shovel wasn't here. Um, yeah, it's just, I mean, the building was kind of like the clothes are. So you got to do the chest, and then you got to click on the legs, then the head, and then the arms, and then the feet. And so, yeah, it was the same thing with the building. You had to do all this. So they streamlined it because probably people were getting sick of it, man, because it just got so overwhelming to try to complete tasks and stuff to level up so you could unlock another point so you could get something else. And so, anyway, and so, yeah, and so you had to do all this, so it was really kind of overwhelming and grind was really tough on it. And on top of that, you played against predators right away that were pretty hardcore sometimes. The bears were just, oh my God, the bears were a nightmare. I mean, I almost quit the game over the bears. It was crazy because you come across a bear. Bears are fast in this game. They can catch you, and I would run, and the bear would chase me, and you can't kill it with an arrow. I mean, you can, but it takes like 100 arrows to kill them. And so everybody was using the spears to kill him because you got to try to keep some distance between you and the bear. And then it became this dance thing. The bear would charge. You'd run at the bear as he was running at you, where you'd be heading right for each other. And then you'd sidestep him as he passed and stab him with the spear a couple times. And then he would turn around and then he would rush you. You'd run at him and then you kind of sidestep him and stab him a couple times. So it became this dance thing, and it was like a 50-50 chance for you. And then And then some people discovered that if you got in the water, the bears are very lumbering and slow. So you could just swim backwards while facing the bear that's swimming towards you and stay ahead of him very easily and stab him in the nose with your spear. And so those were big hit points. And so you could kill bears in the water really easy. So anytime somebody got chased by a bear, they'd head directly for a thing of water. They didn't like that. And so the bears just really struggled with it. And even though they made some changes to try to fix that so people couldn't use that as a easy way out, it still didn't work out. And you can to this day kill animals in the water easier than you can on the land. And so, I mean, it was all these things, and so they made a bunch of changes. So they designed this thing. At first, they did this option where you could do a build thing. So all it was building. There were no predators that chased you or any of that stuff, and you could just build until you could level and build to your heart's content. And I don't know if that's still a thing. I don't know if they did away with that or not, because then after everybody wasn't satisfied with that, and so then they did the open world. And open world is where you actually get your own map, and it's only a section, and you get your own map in the world, and it has a small section of little small biomes and like desert and whatnot. And then you could build to your heart's content, but also you still had the danger of the predators, and you could still run missions, this kind of thing. And so, yeah, everybody liked it, and you could have your own server and you could invite your friends to play and stuff, and you could make it an open server, open to the world, or you could keep it a private server for for just you and your friends. And so, yeah, it's pretty cool. I had a server for quite a while. I actually had a paid server, and but as sad as it is, the interest had fallen off so heavy before they finally came out with open world that they lost a huge chunk of people. And then games rolled on, and including me, I moved away from this because it was just there wasn't enough people to play with, and I wanted to play with other people. Anyway, but that being said, this is a multiplayer or solo, and you can actually do missions together, and you can do the open world together, and you can do all kinds of things. But I have a friend Tex who likes to do things the hard way. He considers himself a little bit of a uh, genius when it comes to hardcore gameplay, and so I thought I would gift him this game and tell him you can do hardcore anytime you want, my friend. Just stream it when you do it because we all want to see. Because this thing a no joke in hardcore. Anyhow, so we're gonna go ahead and complete this mission. We're gonna go take off. I'm gonna leave the fire burning. That's right, because I don't care. I'm going to run around the lake over here. There's our drop pod right there. As you can see, if you open your map, it'll show you where it's at in case you couldn't find it or you get lost. And we'll come over here and we will jump into our pod. Come on. And we're not taking anything. We'll take it all, but it won't let us. But we're going to return to the station. Puts us back inside. And we blast off. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. Oh, look at that. We got some little bit of money. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you come back for another one. We'll stay with this until we get up here up top. I don't think we can spend the final rewards on anything yet, but we will take a look. I don't think I have enough to do anything. Okay. Let's see let's go to all right. So let's go to the workshop. So it says I have 405 of the currency and 218 of the exotics. which is not true because that's from one of my other tunes, but it would allow me to spend it on this stuff. Only I'm not spending it on this, not on this tune, because this was more of a fun thing. Anyways, that being said, that's going to be the end. Hopefully you guys, well, let me take you back to that again so you could see. Okay, so this is the store, and as you can see, this is supposed to pan, but it's not. Oh, we can pan like that. Okay, so that's the end of this. Oh, they've changed it. Oh, axes, pickaxe, knives, spears, sickles, hammers, bows, crossbows, deployables, farming, consumables, extraction, resources. So look at the bows. So this used to be different. They changed it. It was like this thing, and you had to graduate from stage to stage. That's awesome. So you can focus just on bows now. This tells you how much it costs. The research cost is 500, and the crafting cost is 150. This is new too. It used to have exotics and the money, and I don't remember, and points or something. I can't remember. I'm not selling my exotics. These are exotics. But it's telling me I can't buy any of this stuff. Oh, there we go. I could buy this, I guess. So you can get really powerful bowls to take down with you, and then you can buy special arrows to go with them. I don't do that. I have a bow, but I make my own arrows in game. I think this is one of the bows that I have, the Shanghu bow. It does pretty well. And if we go back here to backpacks, these are important because these will have little modules too. And they will have, let's see what this one does. What the heck's going on? Where are the slots? There's no slots on these. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's just telling you now. +6 suit inventory slots. So that's going to give you more space for storage. More slots in your bag. And this one +6 inventory slots. +12 in suit inventory slots. Yeah, it's changed. These don't have any like water oxygen slots like the other ones do that they used to have. Here's the modules. So there's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Enviro suits, one module slot, one oxygen slot, one food slot, one water slot. So, that might seem like a good deal. Only what I found is with the food slot, unlike the oxygen slot, you can put food in there and it doesn't do nothing. It doesn't keep you fed. So I don't know, maybe they fixed that sense. Anyways, that's it. That's going to be it for today. This is Crazy with Crazy Gaming. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Hitting that like button helps us out. And don't forget to leave comments. Really like the comments. Like I said, I've been playing this game for a couple years. I've got probably a little over 500 hours in it, and it's a lot of fun. So it is on for sale on Steam right now. They have a bundle sale going on. I have a couple of the expansions. I don't have the latest expansion, but you can get all of the expansions in one pop. That gives you more maps with more stuff, so on and so forth. And shout out to my buddy Tex. This is your challenge. Hardcore this one, my friend. This is Crazy with Crazy Gaming. Don't forget to leave comments. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.